The Chief Justice has...
Day 3 of Senators' induction, where they're being inducted on the mandate of the Senate in the Advancing Intergovernmental Relation in Naivasha, Nakuru County. Addressing the senators through a recorded video, the CJ said that the courts had been the foremost defenders of devolution, noting that when devolution had been threatened,
judicial review reinforces democratic governance by safeguarding core structures of democracy from being eroded. Courts, therefore, are the foremost to defend the devolution. In every instance where devolution has been threatened, the courts have listened to the calling, and specifically the Supreme Court has stepped in to defend the spirit of the devolution.
Koome identified several rulings that the Supreme Court had made in the last couple of years while defending devolution. She revised the May 2020 ruling on recurrent failure between the Senate and the National Assembly to agree on a division of revenue bill.
The Supreme Court rendered an advisory opinion on how the recurrent failure between the Senate and the National Assembly to agree on the division of revenue bill would be resolved. The court directed that funds equivalent to 50% of the previous year's allocation should be disbursed to the counties whenever the legislative chambers have not agreed on division of revenue between the two levels of government, despite the commencement of a new financial year.
On her part, Koome identified other cases, including the ruling that the Senate had a clear role to play in the processing of the Division of Revenue Bill and the CDF case of 2022, among others.
In the CDF case 2022, the Supreme Court held that it is unconstitutional to allocate funds to the CDF before the division of revenue between the national and county governments. In addition, it was the position of the Supreme Court that the CDF offends the division of functions between the national and county governments to allow a CDF an instrumentality of the national government to undertake functions devolved to the counties.
She further told the senators that the judiciary has developed rich indigenous jurisprudence that has protected the spirit of devolution and also enabled an institution established under the devolved system of government to function.
This clearly underscored the separation of power and that delivery of service is devolved to the county and the constituency is subsumed within the county, just the same way as the ward is. In the context of the devolution of governance, the Supreme Court of Kenya has similarly played a constructive role by developing jurisprudence that enables the institutions established under the devolved system of governance to operate effectively.
Reporting for Ibru TV, my name is Winnie Maganga.